Alright, I want you to imagine that you are a relationship coach, and in front of you there's standing two couples, and both of them have a bit of conflict, like they are about to separate from each other. Things has begun a bit rough, they're getting on each other's necks a bit, and they like really don't want to separate from each other, but as things are looking right now, that is the next thing that's going to happen. Now, the thing is, the first couple has just been seeing each other for a year and just starting to, like they've been dating each other for a year and they're just starting to put a title on their relationship. And on the other hand, there's a relationship, two people that have been married for 20 years and they are coming to you. Now let me ask you, which of those couples do you think would pay the most to get solved their problem? You guessed it, the married couple, couple two, because that's a bigger problem. That's so frustrating and irritating that they need to get this solved. And you can put this in every other scenario. Now, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Young Entrepreneur. In today's video, we are going to talk about when you solve big problems, you get paid more. And that's simply just how the world works. And you can see this in every other scenario. If you have two guys that has the exact same physique, they're both ripped and beach body ready, and there goes 1 year. One guy, he takes on probably 3 to 5 kilos. And you can still see the abs a bit, but he's starting to get a bit of some handles on the side. But another one takes on 8 to 13 kilos. Which of those do you think would pay the most to get solved their problem? And you guessed it again, the second one, because he has a bigger problem that needs to be solved. It's more urgent for him. It's irritating in him more than the other. Like the other could be saying, oh, like that's just a bit of fat. Like no, but everybody can still see my six pack, so it doesn't matter. Like I want to enjoy my life. But the other one might be terrified and feel so frustrated that this six pack that he had before is now gone, and he's looked chopped and ugly, and girls won't be with him. And that is why he wants to pay more money, or like has this problem solved faster, and he has more urgency for this problem. So that is such an important thing that you can strategically create your offers around people that have bigger problems. That's also, again, rich people that have more money. They have bigger problems because there's more to risk and more to gain. So that's why they will tend to pay more from you, because it's simply a bigger problem. And when I first bumped into this concept, it was on a podcast with Chris Williamson and Joe Rogan, where they sat and talked about how if you lived a mile from the gym, you would typically walk to the gym, and it would just be nice. But if you lived 2 miles away from the gym, you would tend to start your car and drive up to the gym. But why didn't you start your car in the first place? You could have been to the gym twice as fast. And there comes a barrier where the problem is just too much to bear with. So people have more urgency the higher they go up from this barrier. And the good thing is that we can stimulate this problem, because we now understand that if you solve bigger problems, we get paid more. Now the thing is that people tend to come to you or see you or watch a video from you where they know they have this problem. They are problem aware. They know they have this symptom, and they are so frustrated with it. But if you can stimulate that problem and show that this is just a symptom to a much bigger problem, and have so many other problems that's causing this, and that's just amping everything up, because what they thought they just had this tiny problem, they have this big problem now, and they everything just starts to run inside their head, and they want to solve this big problem faster, and they really want to spend more money to get this solved, because there is an urgency that's starting inside their head. And it is just such an important thing. And that's why you need to stimulate it. You need to do this uncovering phase with people and start to dig deep about these, like, this is just a symptom, you have all these other problems. And that's when you start to get paid big money because of it. And that is simply what copywriting is about. People, they have a problem or something. There is actually this system from Eugene Schwartz called the awareness level, or problem awareness levels. And it's about how problem aware or how aware people are, but I will go in depth with that in another video. But most people, they tend to come with you. They have a problem or a symptom in this case, and it is your job to show how this is just a symptom of a bigger problem. And that's when you can start to get paid more. And in order to amplify this, we want to put in urgency as well. Like, we want to put in urgency because you might have a problem, or these people might have a problem, but they don't have a reason to act on it now. So that's why we want to have urgency and put in real urgency, not this fake bullshit urgency, because people can smell that from a mile away. But we want to have real urgency that just irritates this problem, because if there is a problem and it needs to be solved faster, it suddenly becomes a much bigger problem that they first anticipated. So that is why we want to use urgency. And if you don't have that first thing clear, the first thing of digging deep and showing why this symptom is it's just a symptom from a much bigger problem, and you have all these other symptoms related to this problem. If you don't show that before you create urgency, the urgency will just feel fake and not like have the same effect. You want to twist the knife before you amplify it with urgency, and that's why it's such an important thing. So again, solve bigger problems, get paid more. We go back to this. Scenario with the relationship coach. Like, these people, they have much more to risk if they are they have been in a marriage for 20 years. Imagine all these things that's going inside their head, all these memories, all these logistic things that needs to go up. It's probably the last thing they're thinking of, but all these emotions and all these thoughts that's running inside their brain, when you can come in and stimulate that and amplify it, like take it up to a bigger level, they want to get it solved faster, and they know that's a bigger problem, so they want to pay more money for it. And again, when you look at the other couple that's just been together for 1 year, like, the thoughts that might be going in their head, like, they can just find another one. Like, it's fun being together, but I guess that's just how life is. But again, you can stimulate it, like go into the psychological things and stimulate that problem so it becomes a bigger one. But automatically, if people have been, or a couple have been married for 20 years, that is just such a bigger problem. And that's your job to position your offers correct in order to solve big problems, to get paid big or get more money. So I want you to have this this thought back inside of your mind and see when I write my copy, how can I stimulate this so it becomes a bigger problem? How can I agitate it? How can I present an offer that solves a bigger problem that they first thought of? We want to stimulate it and uncover this, and then we want to give them the solution, the offer that solves this big problem, so we can get paid big at the end. So that being said, I guess this was it for this video. There's much more to cover about this topic and all these topics, and how to position yourself and how to stimulate these big problems. And I'll make more videos like these in the near future. So that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Peace. Bye.